All right, thank you everybody for joining us here. We got Coach Bria, Sarah, and McKenna. Coach, I'll open it up to you. Just some opening comments about the game. Obviously a tough way to end the season, but what are your thoughts on the game overall?
Well, I thought our game plan was good. I thought for about 35 minutes we played pretty good. You know, I thought you have to play through their runs. I thought we played through their run. We put ourselves in a really good position. You know, our game plan was to go at Whitney night, and it wasn't just to get her in foul trouble, but it was just we're going to get the ball in there and see what happens. And so we get them right, we want them, and we foul her out, and we just didn't capitalize on that. I thought for them, I thought Atwater really stepped up in the last 5 minutes for them. So I thought the last 5 minutes was where the game was decided.
We'll open it up for questions for Coach and the players.
Coach, that third quarter, you guys seemed to hit your rhythm offensively. I think you had 20, 21 points, something like that. And then not very many in the fourth quarter. What was the difference there?
I don't know. That's a good question. I mean, you know, I thought we had some looks. I thought we had some shots in the paint. They didn't go in. But I don't know. That's a great question too. I really look at it. I don't know the answer, except to say I thought we were in a really good position up to about the last 5 minutes of the game.
So you scored a lot in the third. Was there something that you guys were seeing on defense that was allowing you to get inside?
Am I supposed to take it?
No.
Okay, I was
just
just
talk.
wondering. Okay, no. Like Coach Bria said, like we tried to get the ball inside, and that's what we did. So.
McKenna, I know you guys haven't been around for the Stetson, FGCU rivalry, but still, knowing how these teams always go at it like this, I mean, how tough is it to take a loss like this where you guys led entering the fourth quarter?
We know it's a big game, but we just look at it as the game ahead of us. We knew we had to come out and fight for this game, and I thought we were in it the whole time, just until the end. I think they got a few things went their way, and it's just how it ended.
Coach, yesterday, Coach Smetzger said that your team had been playing its best basketball of the year. And when you were here in January, you were talking about how young the team was. What steps do you feel like your team's made from January to today?
Yeah. Well, I do think we're a lot better than the last time we were here. I do agree with that. I just think we've gotten to play together. I think, when you have a new group and, they have to practice together. They have to play together. They have to get to know each other. And we've had time and reps together. And I think that's been the biggest difference. I think they understand more of what I want as far as offensively and defensively, and when you get to do that, and I think they're a close-knit team. Our chemistry is good. I do think we have good chemistry. So I think, I just think the difference is we've had players improve individually. I mean, I think Sarah has been a big difference down the stretch here, because she's played well here in the last 2 or 3 weeks for us, and that's made a big difference.
What did you think of the team's effort tonight?
I thought the effort was very good. I think the thing about this group, we have, we don't have an effort issue. We have an execution issue sometimes, and we do some things that I think are silly. We make some mistakes we shouldn't make, but I think overall, I think the effort's always been great with this group.
Coach, the last 5 minutes that you talked about, how much of it do you think it was their defense, and how much of it were what you talked about, either the execution or just not getting shots?
Well, I think it's a combination of all of that. I think their defense is very good. So, I felt like you got to move them around because they'll really get in the paint and just sag in there if you don't. So I felt like we kind of stalled a little bit, and so it allowed them to stay in there. But I thought they did a really good job of clogging the paint a little bit more than what they had really in the third quarter. So. But I also felt like we still got it in there, but we didn't, I thought we'd come out of that timeout and, we got the ball into Bay and she missed it and we got Knight out of the game. We got to have that basket. When you come out of that timeout, because we would have been down by, 6 or 4, it would have cut it, and we didn't score that. So I think, and that was under 3 minutes, I think, around there. So, I do think, they present their challenges because they're a very good team defensive. They're very good as far as that. So, and then Knight alters shots, and you've got to. She may not block them all, but she does alter shots. But then I just felt like too we had some stuff inside and we didn't make them. I thought Aisha Turner went in there, drove the lane, had a little pull up over 3 feet. We didn't make them. And they made them. They made some plays. They got. I think the other thing we haven't talked about is they got 20 offensive rebounds. I thought Atwater got 2 critical rebounds in the fourth quarter that really hurt us.
Does the team have potential to play in any postseason tournaments?
I hope so. Yeah, probably. I hope so. I mean, this group, they've won 19 games. If the last time we sat here, if you'd have said you're going to win 19 games, I'd have said y'all are crazy. I don't know if we'll win 19 games with this group. I mean, so, but I'm proud of them that we won 19 games because, we've had a long road and we had to put a lot of stuff together. So I'm proud of them.
Their defense is second in the nation in points allowed this
Yeah.
year. Is it stronger than what you've seen in years past, and what do you think makes it stronger?
No, it's not stronger. They've always been good. People talk, and playing them so much. I mean, people they talk about their offense. I think their offense is very good. But you have to find a way to score, and they miss that part. Anytime somebody plays them, I think a lot of people when they prepare for them, they always prepare to stop them, and you have to do that. But you have to find a way to get some points on the board because their defense has always been good. I mean, because he just has, I mean, I know Dunson got Defensive Player of the Year, but you could easily argue that Knight should be the Defensive Player of the Year. You could easily argue that Atwater should be the defensive. I mean, he's got 3 players that could, if we had an all-defensive team, that in my opinion should be on the all-defensive team.
So you think 3 of the 5, they could potentially have 3 of the 5 best in the
No question. Mm-mm.
All 3 of those players you mentioned are seniors.
That's good. It's the best news I've heard all day.
When you look at that roster and see how many seniors
That's good.
there are, do you feel like next year the window opens a little more?
Well, I feel better. I don't. It's hard to say because he has some transfers sitting over there, and I mean they're always going to be good. I don't see them ever bottoming out. Like I don't see that happening. But I will say this: they lose. Yes, they lose a lot. Out of respect to the kids they're losing, you have to look at that. I mean they're good. And I think for them, they've played together a long time. I can remember. Gosh, I can't. And I'm going to mix up the years. I remember Florida Gulf Coast, it was probably about 6 years ago. It was, probably about 5 years ago. They had a team of, what was the team? There was 4 or 5 seniors. There was a bunch, and they were like machines. I mean, they plummeted everybody. I bet you they beat all of us. And that's when Victoria McGowan, I had her, and she was a junior at the time. And we played them in a championship game. They beat us by 25, 30 points. And I had a pretty talented team. And that team had 4 or 5 seniors on there. And they played together a long time. So I think when you have that, I think they'll have good players, but when they play together a long time, it's really, it makes a big difference. So, but I am really glad those seniors are graduating. I might come down here and go to the graduation, bring them some flowers.
Take one final question.
McKenna, what do you take away from this season? I know it may not be over, but just, your journey as a freshman.
Yeah, coming in, it was definitely different. You have to get used to playing a whole different game. But I think our team definitely came closer, not only on the court, but off the court. And for me, they just took everyone in, the returners. They took all the newcomers in. And I think that was the biggest part for me, just feeling like I belonged, helped me come along on the court.
Getting the semifinals here in the ASUN tournament, does that make you hungry to want to get to a championship or even a finals, in advance next year?
Yeah, it makes us, we were hungry this year, but next year we're definitely going to be hungrier.
Excellent. Thank you very much,
Thank you all.
Coach. Thank you, players.
Thank you.